All right, let's jump right in. Today, we are tackling something huge, the essential life skills that, honestly, can set you up for a much smoother ride. We're going to break down 7 things you've absolutely got to get a handle on for yourself, and the sooner, the better. I mean, seriously, one minute you're in school, and the next you're just thrown into this world of adulting, and boom, you're supposed to know how to manage money, fix things, navigate tricky social stuff, and keep yourself safe. It can feel like you totally missed the orientation day for life itself. Well, here's the good news. If you feel that way, you are definitely not alone. So think of this as us building that manual together. Right now, we're going to focus on the foundational toolkit, the absolute core skills that everything else in life gets built on. Okay, so here's our roadmap. We've split this into 4 key areas. First up, mastering life's logistics. Then we'll get into navigating our social worlds. After that, we're diving deep into building a resilient mindset. And we'll wrap up with the super important topic of prioritizing personal safety. Let's kick things off with the practical, nitty-gritty stuff. This is all about getting a handle on the day-to-day things that can either run your life or be run by you. And trust me, getting these right is a total game changer. So, our first must-do skill, mastering your budget. Look how simple this is. At its core, this is really all personal finance boils down to. It's not just about how much money comes in, it's about knowing exactly where every single dollar goes out. You can use a fancy app, you can use a simple spreadsheet, I don't care how you do it, but tracking your income versus your expenses is the absolute first, non-negotiable step to being financially stable. And that leads us to skill number 2, mastering essential practical tasks. You gotta be self-sufficient. Can you feed yourself something that doesn't come in a cardboard box? Knowing how to cook just a few basic meals is so empowering. Same thing with laundry. It's basic self-care. And if you have a car, a quick check once a month of the oil, the tire pressure, and the lights can literally save you thousands of dollars and keep you from getting stranded. These aren't just chores, you guys. They are acts of independence. So, we've got the practical skills down. But life isn't just about logistics, right? It's about people. Nobody succeeds in a vacuum. Your ability to get along with others and navigate social situations is just as critical as knowing how to balance a budget. So, skill number 3 is all about cracking the code on these unspoken social rules. Being on time, that tells people you respect their time. Putting your phone away when someone's talking to you, that shows you respect their presence. And listening more than you speak, well, that shows you actually value what they have to say. These little things are the glue that holds strong, respectful relationships together. Building on that, we have our 4th key skill, developing your emotional intelligence. Think of it like having a pause button between a feeling and a reaction. It's about understanding, okay, why am I feeling so frustrated right now? And also being able to notice when someone else is getting defensive. Mastering this is the secret to stopping small disagreements before they blow up into huge fights. And this right here is one of the most powerful tools of emotional intelligence in action. Just look at the difference. You never meet deadlines. That's a straight-up attack. It puts the other person on the defensive immediately. But an I statement, I feel concerned when, that focuses on the problem, not the person. It opens up a conversation instead of just starting a fight. All right, we've talked about the external world, the logistics, the people. Now it's time to turn inward. Because the most powerful tool you will ever have is your own mind. And building a resilient mindset is all about sharpening that tool for whatever life decides to throw your way. I absolutely love this quote because it perfectly frames our 5th skill, developing common sense. See, it's not some magical thing you're either born with or you're not. It's a practical skill. It's about looking at a situation, thinking through the basics, and finding a simple, effective way forward. It's genius, yeah, but it's the kind of genius that's not afraid to get its hands dirty. And here's what common sense looks like in practice. Instead of just hoping for the best, you actually think, what could go wrong here? This simple formula, likelihood times impact, helps you focus your energy where it matters. You don't have to stress about everything, just the things that are both likely to happen and would have a big negative impact. It's about being prepared, not paranoid. Oh, this is a huge one, our 6th essential skill, protecting your time and your energy by learning to say no. So many of us feel guilty about it, but you have to remember this. Every single time you say yes to one thing, you are automatically saying no to something else, whether that's your own rest, your own priorities, or your time with family. Protecting your boundaries isn't selfish. It's absolutely essential to avoid burning out. If you only take one single thing away from this whole section, please let it be this. You can't control the traffic, you can't control the weather, you can't control what other people do, but you have 100% control over how you react. Choosing to be calm, choosing to learn, choosing to forgive, that is where your real power is. That's where happiness lives. And now for our final pillar. This is one we just can't afford to skip: personal safety. And hey, this is not about living in fear. It's actually the opposite. It's about living with awareness and being prepared, which is what gives you the freedom and confidence to move through the world. This brings us to our seventh and final skill: making your safety a priority. The best tool you have is your own awareness. It's about making smart, simple choices every day. Parking near a streetlight, sticking to busy areas, not letting your gas tank hit empty. And pay special attention to that one tip: if you ever think you're being followed, drive to a police station or a fire station, never to your own home. These little habits make a huge difference. And being prepared goes beyond just your daily routine. It's about being ready for bigger emergencies too, because disasters can happen anywhere, anytime. Having a kit, a plan, and essential skills like first aid isn't just a good idea. It is a profound act of responsibility for yourself and for the people you care about. So as we wrap all this up, I want you to look at this list in a new way. Learning to budget, learning to check your tires, learning to say no, being aware of your surroundings. This is not a boring to-do list. Think of each one of these skills as a deposit you're making into the bank account of your future self. You're building a life that is more secure, more confident, and way more resilient. And that leaves us with one final crucial question. Don't get overwhelmed and try to do all of this tomorrow. Just pick one. Look back at everything we covered and just pick one thing. Maybe it's finally setting up that budget app, or maybe it's just checking the air in your tires this weekend. What is that one small step you can take today to start building that better future?